You know the number one reason why your credit score isn't improving? I see it all the time in my office with clients. They're doing everything right, but their credit score just won't budge. So what is that reason? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. But before I do, please make sure you subscribe. It takes you just one click and then you'll get to see more videos like this one where I explain how you can improve your credit score. Now let's talk about why your credit score isn't improving. First of all, credit scores are based off of credit history, right? And when you look at credit history, there are 5 main components. There's payment history, which makes up 35% of your credit score. That means if you have any late payments or charge-offs or collections, that will negatively impact your credit score. Now, collections, charge-offs, and late payments do fall off after 7 years, but they can stay on for up to 10 years if you've paid them off. The second component is amounts owed, which makes up 30% of your credit score. This includes your credit card balances, any outstanding loans, car loans, mortgages. That makes up amounts owed. Now, if you have a high credit utilization, that's going to negatively impact your credit score. In fact, closing the gap between your credit card balances and your credit limits is one of the fastest ways to increase your credit score. The third component is length of credit history, which makes up 15% of your credit score. The longer you've had your accounts open, the better it is for your credit score. Now here's an interesting fact. If you have an account that's been closed in good standing, that account stays on your credit report for 10 years. And it actually helps your credit score. The fourth component is credit mix, which makes up 10% of your credit score. That means having a combination of credit accounts. For example, an auto loan, a credit card, a mortgage, a personal loan, things like that. Having those different types of credit accounts can help your credit score. And the last component is new credit, which makes up 10% of your credit score. When you apply for new credit, it can cause your credit score to go down because they pull your credit report and they see that you've applied for new credit. They don't know if you're going to be approved or not. They don't know if you're going to be carrying a balance. They don't know if you're going to max out the card. They just don't have enough information. So they wait, typically 6 months, sometimes 9 months, to see what happens. Now, if you don't get approved for the account that you applied for, that can negatively impact your credit score. So now you know the 5 components of a credit score. So why is your credit score not improving? Well, it's probably because you're making the same mistakes that so many people make. And that's only focusing on one part of the credit score. You may be paying down debt, which is great, lowering that credit utilization, which is fantastic. But you're not working on the other areas that can also improve your credit score? For example, if you have old accounts that have been closed in good standing, you should consider opening those accounts back up, putting a small credit limit on them and using them maybe once a month, twice a month, just to keep those accounts active. That will help you increase your length of credit history, which will improve your credit score. Also, if you have a credit card that's maxed out, it's reporting to the credit bureaus that you have a high credit utilization, which is lowering your credit score. One thing you can do is call the credit card company and ask them to increase your credit limits. Another thing you can do is take that credit card and cut it or cancel it. Stop using it. That way, you're not going to have the temptation to charge it up again. You want to close that account in good standing. That way, it stays on your credit report for 10 years, and it actually helps your credit score. Now, if you have accounts that are negatively impacting your credit score because you had late payments, charge-offs or collections, the best way to get those removed from your credit report is by getting them removed. You can do that through a company like Lexington Law or the Credit People. I put links to both of those companies below. If you need additional help increasing your credit score, I put a link to my credit repair software below. This software will analyze your credit report, identify negative items that are hurting your credit score, and help you dispute those negative items to get them removed. And it also will recommend positive actions that you can take to increase your credit score. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you watch my next video. Take care!